plans follow, the money follow the plans. Okay, and that's what we need. All right, let's give her a big round of applause. Let's go. Let's go. All right.
Welcome, Janet.
All right, thank you. Okay, so, all right, so we need to go ahead and select the auditor. We talked about Falk and Winkler, but Tommy sent a letter, but he sent us somebody that he's been working with. He said, thank you, Mayor Waits and the City Council for the opportunity to provide professional audit service to the City of Baker. Unfortunately, with regret, we are unable to satisfy your needs currently. They're really busy. Due to staffing demands and current client commitments, we were not confident that we could serve you in the manner that you deserve. This letter is in your package too. As a result, we will have to decline the opportunity at this time. However, we would love to serve the city at some point in the future. But it is my pleasure to recommend Matthew, and Matthew, I don't want to mess up your name here. How you say that name? Margaglio with Calder, Slavin, and Company CPAs for professional auditing services, particularly in Louisiana municipal audits. Our firm has used Matthew's firm to perform annual financial audits for municipal clients of Falk and Winkler, where we lack the necessary independence to serve as their auditors. Their professionalism, expertise, and commitment to quality and treatment of our clients has always exceeded our expectations. So I'm going to let him come up, you guys, introduce himself, talk a little bit about his firm, and then we can move forward because we have to move forward with an auditor real soon. So come on up, sir. Mary Sue, you guys want to come on up and just introduce them. You have the resume here, and in here, I think the, what is it? What all is here?
So you should have a little spiel. And this is what was sent out to you in email last week. And I was explaining kind of what happened because with the time constraint that Falk and Winkler had. But I met with Tommy and Matthew via Teams. We talked about timelines, availability, the ability to get everything done. I feel very comfortable with him. They're a regional firm. They do have an office here in Baton Rouge, but Matthew Margaglio is a CPA who has been doing governmental audits for more than 20 years. So he is quite capable to take on our audit because that's what he's been doing, municipalities, schools, different governments like that. So I'm going to let him come up and y'all can ask him any questions, but I feel very comfortable that we'll be able to work together well.
Good evening, and thank you all for the opportunity to be here this evening. I really don't have a presentation ready for y'all or anything, but I'm here just to answer questions. We've been conducting audits as a firm for well over 50 years. Personally, I've been involved with municipal and governmental audits for over 20. School boards, municipalities, sheriffs, clerks, and police juries and parishes along the lines is what I do. It's probably about 90% of my practice is governmental audits. And like she said, we've got 7 offices all over the state of Louisiana. The closest one is in Baton Rouge, so I'm here every week, every other week working with that office. And then I work with all my other offices in the audit environment.
Okay, so you guys, all we have to do tonight is just concur and go ahead and, so we can go ahead and hire them and get started. You don't have any questions?
You down at the school too?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's what I thought. I met with Mary Sue already, and I did my research already on you, so that's how I know you at the school.
Yes, sir. I've been doing the schools audit. I'm the partner in charge of that one with Tommy and his team probably about 5, 6-ish years now.
Yeah, about 6
I've been
years.
working with the superintendent, multiple superintendents in Sydney throughout.
Right.
Okay. All right, so I'll entertain a motion that we go ahead and, you guys go ahead and concur. We got another question. Go ahead.
You say you work with the schools here?
The Baker School System.
Baker School System,
Yes.
and you've been an auditor for Baker School System?
Yes.
Okay. So have you looked over the logistics of the way that our city runs, and what do you have any recommendations or suggestions about moving forward and how you're going to support us?
In regards to performing the audit timeline and whatnot, I've read your financial statements. documents, looked at the timelines. I've gotten together with my team, another concurring partner in my office, and my team of 4 other auditors, myself and 3 other auditors. We'd be ready to hit the ground running probably in September,
Okay.
bringing myself and maybe one other person. Just the way that the audit works, we've got to get an understanding of how things flow. We have to relearn the city.
Yeah.
So we would go through and work with Mary Sue and your entire finance department, ask questions, look at how they flow, and then we would compare them to professional standards and what we learn at all of our other governments. So we would take all of that knowledge and bring it over to the city as we perform our audit, make recommendations and suggestions as we see all the moving pieces. We would give Mary Sue and her team time to close out the financials, which would probably happen sometime in the September-October timeframe, which is typical for a city. We would get those financial records and really start diving deep into the audit November and December timeframe with the December 31st deadline right in forefront of our minds.
Thank you. I appreciate you answering my question.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
So you say by December 31st for our audit, you'll be finished with it?
That's our anticipation.
Okay, so it wouldn't be requesting an extension?
The only hang-up that I'm potentially seeing is your prior audit is still being looked at by the Legislative Auditor's Office. There's some questions and concerns that they have. They ultimately approve, once you have ratified and approved us, we have to submit that request to them, and they have to go through their approval process. They can't approve us until they've signed off on the prior. Once they sign off, we can officially get started. So if for some reason the legislative auditor has to delay that due to the prior audit, we're delayed in starting. I spoke with them, and they're not anticipating any issues, but there's no promise with what they're going to do there at the LLA. If they get us approved in the next couple of weeks, then I don't see anything, I do not anticipate any issues arising. Mary Sue has talked about her closeout process, how she keeps her books and records during the Teams meeting we had. And I'm relatively confident that she's got the accurate information that we would need. I've got plenty of staffing available throughout the November and December timeframe, so we don't have a staffing capacity issue.
Okay.
And we do firm-wide somewhere in the neighborhood of 40 municipalities throughout the year. So we're well-versed in the different utility systems, the sales tax, the general fund for villages, towns, and cities throughout the state of Louisiana.
What's one of the largest municipalities?
One of the largest true municipalities is probably the city of Alexandria. We also do Lafayette City Consolidated. It's a consolidated government, so it's the city of Lafayette merged with the parish of Lafayette.
Okay.
That kind of counts. We do city of Crowley, city of Morgan City, Scott, Youngsville, and a whole bunch of other small villages, towns, all the way from North Louisiana down through Morgan City, across into the Baton Rouge market, and further east and west.
Thank you.
So we have a contact number here that we could call you and talk to you and ask you other questions?
Oh,
If we
absolutely.
would like to?
I can get all of my contact information. Mary Sue has it, but I can get it forwarded to all the council members.
Could you do that, please?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. I'll entertain a motion to go ahead and move forward with this.
I motion to move forward with Mr. Margaglio and Calder, Slavin and Company.
Got it right?
Second.
Got a second? Any questions, comments? All those in favor say aye. Ayes have it. Thank you.
Thank you
sir.
very much.
Let's move forward with, okay, so first step, Transitional Living Academy, that is, are they here? Okay, so we brought them over. They are a daycare, okay, and they're located on 4809 Groom Road. All right, so just to bring it, they were approved by Planning and Zoning.
When did they appear before planning and zoning?
I don't have the minutes on that. It
Chairman,
doesn't say here.
It was July, yeah, about 2 months ago.
Is it adult living or child care center?
No, it's First Step Transitional Living Academy, LLC. It's child care.
It's child care, but it's called transitional living?
That's what it says here, First Step Transitional.
Yeah, she came, and we asked her because I was making sure that it was not.
I knew
So it's child care, do they live there?
No.
Okay. It's just a daycare center.
Yeah, it's just a daycare center.
So it's a daycare center for children.
My understanding, that's what it is.
Yeah, and I remember, and so that's why we held her up. But yeah, it's a daycare center for children.
And they're not here tonight.
No.
So I do have a question because it is called the transitional living. It's like when we bring in a new business in, whatever it is, it's well. But when it says transitional living, I know that service is very different from a child care center. So just something I'd like some more clarity about in the future.
We just need the minutes. We need to get the minutes.
I wouldn't be able to answer that.
That's okay.
question.
Right.
I go back to my minutes of my notes.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll go back and look at the minutes.
Thanks.
Okay.
Next meeting we'll have everything.
Well, whatever.
And if they have a brochure, that'll be even greater. Then that'll tell us about their little business, so.
Well, in your package, you should have got a plan, a business plan. Each one of y'all should
I
have
didn't
a
see
business
it.
plan.
I didn't see it. I didn't see the business plan.
Every occupational license that comes through Baker, they have to have a plan, a business plan.
Well, we didn't receive, well, I didn't receive.
I did not.
Well, it was in there because everybody on my commission, they had it.
I'm sorry. I don't have it in my packet.
We don't
No,
have
not today, back then, in July.
Yeah.
Okay.
July.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Resolutions and proclamations. All right. We're doing. Okay.
Are we gonna vote for them, or we don't have
No,
to
No,
vote
we don't
for
have to
them?
vote for it. It's not a vote.
Let's see.
It's just for information.
This is why I still pushing for our having them come, because of the kind of question that were raised this evening.
But if they put it in here, it's fine, but I'm
They
just.
put it in there in July. It was there
July,
before.
not in
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah,
it
I
wasn't
get my
this-
July
yeah.
Yeah,
information
I was
here,
looking
that's the
mine.
reason why.
So we're not voting on anything.
I know.
We're not taking any comments. So
Right. So
we
we
don't
good.
have to vote on anything.
Also the minutes, Dr. Benson, also the minutes, also the minutes from the planning and zoning.
Yeah, the
in there,
minutes
too.
is the minutes of the planning and zoning in there?
Hey, you got them in yours?
It probably was in there on the 22nd.
Right, this is just recognition.
The 24th.
Yeah, we should just put this on there because that's what you guys asked for, and that's why we put it on there. So you'll know that that's when it's coming up.
I'm looking at mine from planning and zoning of July the 24th.
If I'm not mistaken, Dr. Benson, you was in the attendance.
Yeah, I think you were.
Okay.
Um,
And did I ask her questions
Oh,
or
I'm
not
pretty sure
really?
you did.
That's why I like for it to come in a more public forum,
That
in
was
addition
public.
to that one as well.
yeah,
Is it adventure learning? Is it
No,
adventure?
I don't have notes in front of me to.
No,
Me and Dr.
yeah. Well, yeah, I was there. So it's a daycare, and so that's why we send it here. It's not an actual business, but 4809 Groom Road. So that's where they'll be located, and that's where you can go down and take a look at it. But we need to get the minutes, and it was probably in the packet, knowing Angela, it was in the minutes of the next meeting after that.
Okay, now you're talking the next minutes.
Yeah.
No, I was not at that meeting, let me say that. The 24th doesn't have anything about them on there. When that daycare was there, you and I was there. Now, this is the one at Singletary Street. I was there for that one.
For who?
For Singletary Street.
Over by DMV.
That's right. Now, that's the one that you and I may have been at. That's the one I was at. I was not at this transitional deal.
So we need to get the minutes for the record. We're not voting on it, but
Okay.
we need to get the minutes from the planning and zoning. Tell them to go ahead and see can they pull that down, because there has to be some minutes in there. Somebody do that while we move on. We'll come back to it, and we'll get a copy of the minutes from there, because it's just a recognition anyway. So just to let you know that it's there. So whose district is that?
District 3.
Desiree.
Am I correct that this place is right here?
No, over by DMV.
No, I'm talking about this one right here, transitional living.
Oh, okay.
It's
It's on
located.
Groom Road.
Yeah,
It's located right
4809 Groom.
So that's not my
Oh, no,
district.
I apologize. I thought we were still on the same.
Yeah, so
Is that the one that's going down on the left?
on the left.
I think that is your district there.
My district? That's right here,
No, down on left on
Down
Groom
on
Road.
McHugh.
down McHugh.
Yeah. would it VHF or something? Used to be a Mason Hall.
Wait a minute, we're saying Groom Road.
So the building that's next
It
to,
used to be the library.
That's
right,
right,
yeah, the library, the old
Right.
And the
yeah.
building beside it.
Yeah, that's
Just got a new roof put on it.
Oh, I thought that was a roofing place.
No, the roof, the sign stated who put the roof on it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just asking. Don't get upset.
No, I
Okay.
ain't getting upset, I'm correct.
yeah,
I,
So-
thank you so much.
yeah, that's where it's going.
So it's right there on the other side of the red brick building.
On the red brick.
That is in my district. Thank
Yeah.
you for that clarification.
So, yeah, that used to be,
A daycare.
a daycare.
Yeah, it
So-
was.
But I was not at that meeting. That was not-
My daughter went to that.
Okay, all right, so we'll get the minutes and we'll come back. Let's move on to resolutions and proclamations. And so this is a resolution endorsing the grant application submission to Delta Regional Authority. And this is for, where's the resolution here? The resolution should be in your packet.
That's right, it is.
It's in the package. All right, so you got that, Miss? Go ahead and read it for us, please.
Sure. A resolution endorsing grant application submission to the Delta Regional Authority. Whereas the City of Baker has determined that replacing certain natural gas lines and upgrading gas meters to a readable frequency are a top priority among infrastructure needs. And whereas the Delta Regional Authority's Community Infrastructure Fund supports projects that address basic infrastructure needs. And whereas the Louisiana Infrastructure Technical Assistance Corporation, LEADA Corp., will provide matching funds and technical assistance to support a grant application submission to the Delta Regional Authority's Community Infrastructure Fund for grant program. And whereas the Office of the Mayor will work with LEADA Corp. And provide the information required to develop and submit a compelling and competitive grant application to the Delta Region's Authority's Community Infrastructure Fund. Now, therefore, it be resolved by the Baker City Council, that it hereby endorses and supports a grant application submission to the Delta Regional Authority to secure fiscal year 2025 grant funding for replacing natural gas lines and upgrading gas meters in the City of Baker.
All right, so LIDA Corps, y'all should remember the LIDA Corps lady from LMA.
Yeah.
Talked about the grants. And so when they talk about, and I don't want to mess this up, but the natural gas line and upgrading gas meters to be readable frequency, is that like the SCADA system that we have with the water? And that's what we're talking about, where they do the drive-bys and do that. I think I'm right on that. So that's what we're talking about here. And LIDA Corps, in some instances, they will provide a map. So I had a conversation with one of my colleagues today, and what happens is when you do these federal grants, when you say Delta Regional, these federal grants, they want it in a resolution with the council. But we can do, so we need that's why we have to do it. But this is you saying you know about the grant and that you're approving, and so you approving me to go ahead and apply for the grant.
Yes.
And that's what we're doing.
Okay.
Okay.
You and I discussed this today. Now, when we get the grant, will we be notified? Because I have a comment later on about, I learned about something from our senators mailed to my home.
Yeah, but that wasn't a grant that they mailed. That was.
I mean, she got something
yeah.
from the state, yeah.
Yeah, she got from the state, but we haven't drawn on that down. We're trying to work on that. So that's
Okay.
coming up later. We're going to let you know that, but that's not the grant.
Okay,
That's supplementary funds that we're trying to work on now.
very good.
When we get that, we'll let you know. You'll be happy with that. So
Yes.
can I get a motion to go ahead and adopt this resolution?
Mr. Mayor, I motion that we adopt this resolution endorsing grant application submission to Delta Regional Authority.
I have a motion by,
Second.
did somebody say second?
Yeah.
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 I have a motion by Murphy, second by Young. Any questions? Any comments?
Who's over at Delta Regional? I know Scott used to be over there.
I don't know who's over Delta Regional now. I just know the LIDA Corps. We've been dealing with the LIDA Corps people.
Okay.
But yeah, you might have put out the name. So we have a motion and a second. Any questions, comments? Go ahead, state your name, sir. Go ahead, state your name and address.
Mike Moore, 2822 Groom Road.
Yes, sir.
I've got a question. Does it affect the whole city of Baker or just portions of Baker?
If the grant is for the gas, and that's why I was asking the question, if it, yeah.
Sir, this is for, really it is for the replacement of the gas mains that are now, that use and they're old and they they need upgrading, and the standard materials required have now changed. So our existing pipes, many of them are composed of PVC, and it needs to be changed to polyethylene throughout the city. We've gotten previous funding from the state to replace one section. This will add to that in the effort to replace the pipes citywide.
Okay, and so it will give us the drive-by meter reading, which would mean every household in Baker would eventually have a drive-by meter reading, like the water.
That will be a later phase. This
Okay.
phase will be the replacement of the gas lines, the gas mains.
Okay. And maybe I'm way ahead of myself on this, but when they redid Groom Road, all our lines were replaced and we got new meters. And then we also picked up a meter bill for $8 and plus almost $9 a month meter fee. Will any of that change? Do we know that? We don't know that yet. I'm just asking.
That's a water meter.
No. That's the water meter, not the gas meter?
Yeah, we changed out. When did you get new meters, Mike?
When did I what?
When did you get new meters?
I got new meters when they redid Groom Road. We all, well, I'm going to speak for myself. I got new water lines and new gas lines and a new gas meter. So I'm looking at the meter fee being for the gas meter, but you're telling me it's for the water meter.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
All right,
that's,
thank you.
I got educated today. All right.
Yeah, we good to go. All right, any other questions? Any other comments?
I have a comment.
Go ahead.
Mr. Mike, welcome, and thank you for being a voice for the residents in our community, Mr. Mike.
All right, so we have a motion and a second. No more questions, comments? I will call for the vote. We'll start District 1.
District 1, let me just ask a quick question. Is
Okay.
this what GEC did for us when they went out and looked at the meters? No.
No, sir,
No.
that
Different,
was
huh?
a lead service.
That's
line.
lead service line.
Okay, I vote yes.
All right. District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
I vote yes.
District 4,
Yes.
District 5.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. All right. Keep it moving. All right, Dr. Vincent, you have item number 2 and 3, sir.
Okay, number 2 deals with, and the ladies would probably know more about this than men. September is Ovarian Cancer Month, Awareness Month, and if I'm in order, I certainly hope that our esteemed attorney will read this, and I'll move for adoption, and it's a very important deal. Yes, ma'am, go right ahead.
Whereas by proclaiming September as Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month, we call attention to a disease that affects women across our city, state, and country. And whereas these women are mothers and daughters, sisters and grandmothers, community members, and cherished friends, and the absence they leave in our hearts will be deeply felt forever. And whereas women who are middle-aged or older, who have a family history of ovarian or breast cancer, or who have had certain cancers in the past are at increased risk of developing ovarian cancer. And whereas because ovarian cancer often goes undetected until advanced stages, increasing awareness of risk factors is critical to fighting this disease. And whereas the public awareness campaign strives to increase knowledge about this disease, it recognizes the best defense against ovarian cancer is early detection. Therefore, essential that women know the risk factors associated with the disease. And whereas this month is dedicated to prevention and awareness, it is also to honor those who we have lost, show our support for women who bravely carry on the fight, and take action to lessen the tragic toll ovarian cancer takes on families across our country. And now, therefore, the mayor and city council of the city of Baker, parish of East Baton Rouge, state of Louisiana, do declare and proclaim the month of September 2025 as Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month.
Okay, thank you so much. I move adoption of this, and we'll get it to the proper authorities, and it's
Second.
educational.
I have a motion and a second. Any questions? Any comments? All those in favor of adopting this resolution say aye. I'm sorry. All those in favor of adopting this proclamation, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Motion carries. All right, Dr. Benson.
Okay, and I hope next month I can get the ambassador from Sickle Cell here with us. I've been working on it. This is, September is also Sickle Cell Awareness Month, and many of you may recall for decades, not decades, but for years, and several decades, I guess, when I go back to when we started, this would kick off my Health Awareness Month, and we did the screening at the library, and it's difficult to get nurses, I know I'm going along, individuals who would do that test for me, but we was able to screen thousands of kids, let's say thousands is quite a bit, but hundreds of young people, and it was quite a moving experience for me to be there with moms who had kids who had sickle cell, and my previous mayor, Mr. Rito, could identify with this because he had been closely associated with families who had kids with sickle cell. And I said at the last meeting this past weekend, they had the 10th anniversary of the Ryan's Run. I hope some of you was able to attend. They also had that Pennington Men's Health thing going on at the same time. So sickle cell anemia, they have made great progress. You've seen the articles in the paper recently. Some of my kids associated with classmates who suffer from this, and it's a very traumatic experience for parents, and it's a disease that's germane to African Americans, as you know. So, Madam Secretary, Madam, call you Secretary now. I don't know if that's elevation or demotion. My attorney, would you please read this, and I'll move for adoption.
Whereas sickle cell anemia is a crippling disease that affects 50 to 60,000 Americans, most of whom are African American. An additional 2 million African Americans are carriers of the sickle cell trait though the trait usually does not have clinical symptoms, it is very important in the genetic transmission of sickle cell disease. And whereas in the past decade there has been substantial progress in research on sickle cell disease and diagnostic procedures have been greatly improved, and whereas much has been accomplished through the national effort of the National Institute of Health and the comprehensive sickle cell centers throughout the United States, and whereas more information concerning sickle cell disease can be obtained by calling 1-800-421-8453 or by going to their website at www.sicklecelldisease.org. And now, therefore, the mayor and the city council of the city of Baker, parish of East Baton Rouge, state of Louisiana, do declare and proclaim the month of September 2025 as Sickle Cell Anemia Awareness Month.
Okay, thank you so much, my esteemed attorney, city attorney, and my esteemed clerk of the council assist me with this. So I move adoption of this, and over the years, some of you may remember, we've had the ambassador, that's what they call them, going back to Courtney Journey in 2002. We've had them to come and be with us. I still hope to get the ambassador present, and I'm looking for someone like Ms. Hilda Bryant, who did the testing for me at the library for years. She was just fantastic. She's no longer with us. So I move adoption of this, and let's educate ourselves about this crippling disease that is, we're about to turn the corner and find a cure for it, but it's expensive from what I can understand. I move adoption of this.
Got a motion?
I second.
Have a second by Councilmember Collins. Any questions? No comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Thank you so much, Mayor and
Thank you,
colleagues.
sir. Okay, let's move on to new business item number 1, introduction of ordinance 2025-19, an order to fix the rate of taxation and levy and add Valorum property tax to defray the operational expenses of the city of Baker, state of Louisiana, for all general purposes for the 2025 on all taxable property, on the year 2025 on all taxable property in corporate limits of the city of Baker, Louisiana. All right, so we have the ordinance here. Madam Attorney, if you want to read that down, it will go in a little bit more detail, and go ahead and then we'll open it up. And this is an introduction. Okay, we'll have the public hearing in 2 weeks. This is the introduction. Go ahead, ma'am.
The mayor and the council of the city of Baker, Louisiana, met in regular session in council chambers at 3325 Broom Road in Baker, Louisiana, Tuesday, the 9th day of September 2025, with a proper quorum being there and then in attendance, declared that a public hearing was in session to consider the adoption of the following ordinance. Whereas this ordinance was introduced on August 26, 2025, and after proper notification to the public, a public meeting was scheduled to be held on September 9, 2025. Whereas under the provisions of Article 6, Section 26B of the Constitution of the State of Louisiana of 1974 and other constitutional and statutory authority, the voters previously approved an ad valorem property tax authorized up to 7.0 mills. Whereas the maximum millage rate is currently 5.76 mills, but the levied rate since the last tax reassessment has been at 5.27 mills. Now therefore be it ordained by the mayor and council of the city of Baker, parish of East Baton Rouge, state of Louisiana, as follows to wit. Section 1, imposition. Pursuant to the authority previously granted by the voters to defray the operational expenses of the city of Baker, state of Louisiana, for all general purposes, an ad valorem tax on all taxable property, real and personal, within the corporate limits and boundaries of the city of Baker, Louisiana, is hereby fixed and levied at the maximum millage of 5.76 mills on the property's assessed valuation indicated on the latest tax rolls provided by the tax assessor of East Baton Rouge Parish. Section 2, notice and collection.
Yeah. So we read all that. So I know we got some questions. You want to come up and go over this and explain this, what we're talking about here? One thing while she's coming up is that the millage, and we had this conversation, so everybody hear me. So it's currently set, right now, the last tax reassessment has been at 5.27 mills, okay? So if we roll the millage forward, we can only go up to 5.76 mills, okay? And that is until about $500,000, all right, that we're talking about here. But that means that your property value has gone up. When your property value go up, the millage goes up. And that creates the amount of money that we're talking about here. So that's a good thing. You hear people talking about my property value is going down, but the property value is going up. Okay, so now it depends on, and we're not going to go in. We're going to talk about it because we're going to have the public hearing. But before we introduce it, that means that everybody's property value would be different. So if your house is a $300,000 house or $300,000 home, your tax will go up on that year. And from what we're seeing here, and I'll let Mary Sue go into it, it's not that it's going to increase that much, but it's going to be different for each property because of what's the value of the property. So Mary Sue, go into it for us, and then we'll take questions and comments.
So I sent this little summary, cheat sheet for all of you to look at. So basically, we did not roll forward at the last reassessment. So our maximum millage rate was set at 5.76. But we actually were only allowed 5.27 meals, but that 6.22 came down to the 5.76. So basically, if you take your home, you have your homestead exemption of $75,000. Okay, so let's say your home is worth $75,000, you don't pay any tax. But after that, you would take, if you look here, for instance, if your home is worth $11,000, okay, it's for every $1,000. So it would be 11 times 5.76. So your tax would be $63.36, okay, which would be an increase of where it is now of $5.76. So on the average, anywhere from $3 to $7 is what it would impact each household, because we do know that our property values have increased, which is a good thing. I know it's a little bit more tax, but our property values are a little bit higher than they were at the last assessment. So it should not impact any one business terribly.
$3 to $7 a year.
A year, yes, sir.
So on the low side, $3 a year for a house.
Depending on anything, so while we're here, so Mary Sue, we know we got some people with some questions out here. So you guys, any questions? Any comments from the audience on this introduction on any more clarity? Go ahead, Mike, and just state your name.
Yeah,
And so,
Mike,
yeah, you have,
2822 Boone Road.
go ahead.
So we got an assessment, and mine happened to go up $5. That's East Baton Rouge Parish. Do we get any money from that additional money to East Baton Rouge Parish? Does the city of Baker get any additional money? And just take an estimate and just say 300,000 people live in East Baton Rouge Parish. It's more than that.
Right.
But you take that and multiply that by my $5, you got a lot of money. So does the city of Baker get any additional money from East Baton Rouge Parish?
No, we do not. If you take, when you get your property tax bill,
Correct.
okay, you've got all these
Yep.
different things. Okay, so we are actually sixth in line. You pay the majority of your tax here in Baker goes to the school system. They're at 38.65 meals. The second highest is to Breck. They get 14.46 meals. The third is Katz, which the city voted on a few years back. They get 10.6 meals. The library, well, actually the library came before the schools. The library is at 9.89 meals. And then the city is at 5.27. So as far as who you're paying, we're number 6 as far as the highest goes. And so we don't get any piece of that directly, but we are part of the parish. So when you pay for the library, you're also including the Baker Library. When you're paying for the mosquito and rodent abatement, they include the city of Baker in their services. So we do still receive that service from them. The Council on Aging is someone who gets taxes, mental health and substance abuse, the road lighting districts. So we're all part of the parish. We're going to get that service. The city, for our general operations, we just don't get the cash.
Okay. Mary Sue, now I have for the Baker schools here, you have two different percentages there. Is that a typo or something?
No, it's just different taxes. So you'll see Breck has several. So over the years, each time that they've passed a new tax, so that's
Okay.
what that was. At
Okay.
some point, they passed a tax at 4.47
Okay.
meals, and later on, 34.18.
Okay.
Now,
Thank
be clear about they tax. So we voted for those taxes. Okay? So we voted for them. They didn't tax, so because I'll see it'll be out in the morning that say that we taxed. No, we voted for those taxes. We say that we wanted those taxes. And so that's how those taxes come about. That's why we be raising sand about what they're doing and how they're doing it, because we are paying into that. But be clear about the schools. The schools are our biggest, we pay more taxes for the schools. But that's not anything new. That's across the country. That's everywhere. The school's going to have more millage. You're going to pay more millage for your taxes. Pay more taxes into the school. Okay? Anybody else?
Remember that for the school system, the property tax is the major revenue source. For the city, the sales tax is our major revenue source. So that's why theirs is a little bit higher, because this is their major source of revenue.
But here's the deal. The more houses that you build, the more millage that you have. See, everything ties together. All right? This ain't no AI stuff. This just Waits doing the homework. Everything goes together. So the more property that we build, the more houses that we build, when businesses come in and they put in $3 million or $10 million to build, that's more millage. So that's why we want the houses. For a period of time, we didn't have any houses that were built in the city of Baker, not any subdivisions. So when you get 4 or 5 subdivisions being built, it's more millage that comes in. And the more millage that comes in, the more houses, the more millage that the school system gets, because the school system is going to benefit from the kids going to the school. And if you look at your taxes, their millage is going to go up too. That money is going to go up too. So it's just business. It's straight business is what it is. Any questions? Anybody? All right, so this is an introduction. We'll have a public hearing. I just put some more time in it so you can get it, because I always get beat up because it seems like I'm rushing, but I'm not. All right, so if we can, colleagues, if we don't have any more questions, I'll entertain a motion that we go ahead and introduce this and come back in 2 weeks and have another public hearing. I entertain a motion.
Is this 2519?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Mayor, I motion that we introduce this ordinance 2025-19 tonight.
I get a second? Second by Dunn and Collins. All right, we're going to call for the vote. Any questions? Any other questions before the vote? All right, we'll start with District 1. Okay.
Mary Sue and Mayor Waits for explaining to the citizens what a millage is. Because many times when people are hearing the words, sometimes people may feel like they're being taken advantage of and embarrassed to ask the question, what's a millage? You both also explained where the money goes to. You broke it down to this millage transfers into these benefits that we receive. Thank you so much for explaining that even though we're paying it to East Baton Rouge Parish, how we can reap the harvest of those benefits from the Council on Aging and the library. What y'all did today was so powerful in explaining to people, here's why the millage exists, and then this is what it's paying for, and even though we're paying it to East Baton Rouge Parish and we don't get it back to our city as he asked, here's how we can benefit from those resources. I encourage everybody, don't leave that money on the table. Go to the library, go to the Council on Aging.
Okay, so we got a vote. Any more comments? Now we finna call for the vote now. So, all right, you're welcome. So, District 1.
District
District 2.
Yes.
District 3. District 4.
Yes.
District 5.
Yes.
Motion carries. All right, thank you. Make sure y'all come back in 2 weeks for the
Public hearing.
public hearing. All right, so moving on, 7:15. So, introduce ordinance 2025-20, regulations regarding 18-wheelers, tank, and or transport vehicles parking on private property, public property within the city of Baker, and to provide for other matters regarding to the same. Okay, so we've been down this road before. We went back and talked about it. Do we have any comments and questions from the audience? Anybody want to say anything about it? Go ahead, sir.
All right. First of all, I want to say thank you for addressing this matter. The second thing is we have city streets that I see that we're repaving some of them, and I know that the 18-wheelers pay taxes, higher taxes because they beat up the street. But they have no business going down a doggone subdivision and have no business parking in a residential area, and they're tearing up the residential streets in the subdivision. So I support this ordinance. That's all I got to say, if I'm reading it right.
Anybody else? Colleagues, y'all went over this thing. Y'all went over any comments? So we'll try to introduce it again. We can introduce it again. Any comments? Any questions?
And we just got 2 locations for them.
That's just those 2 locations for
Mr. Mayor?
When will this be discussed?
now. In 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yes.
September 9th?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But if anybody else got something to say, they can go ahead and say it. Don't wait then. Okay. All right. So we can go ahead and I'll entertain a motion that we go ahead and introduce it.
I make a motion that we introduce ordinance 2025-20, regulating regarding 18-wheeler tanks and or transport vehicles parking on private or public property within the city of Baker, and to provide for other matters regarding to the same.
All right. Motion by Dunn.
Second.
Second by the president. Any questions and comments? Questions or comments? All those in favor? Now, we're going to do it this way. I'm going to go ahead and call for the vote. We'll start with District 1.
Votes yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3? District 4? District 5?
Yes.
Motion carries. All right. We've done the Falcon Winkler, and we will move on to, we have public meetings. All right. Adopt ordinance 2025-14. This is the sales tax. This was introduced 8/12. This is a public meeting. This is a public meeting. All right. We don't have any comments or questions. I'll entertain a motion to go ahead and adopt ordinance 2025-14, the sales tax.
Mayor, I move that I adopt ordinance 2025-14 sales tax, sale use tax, Mayor, the mayor, okay.
Okay. We have a motion by Young. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second by Murphy. We'll go ahead and call for the vote. We'll start with District 1,
District 1 votes yes.
District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4,
Yes.
District 5.
Yes.
Motion carries. Adopt ordinance 2025-15. This is the insurance tax. This is a public hearing. This is a public hearing. This is a public hearing. No comments. We have any comments? Any questions? Anybody? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to go ahead and adopt this ordinance 2025-15. The insurance.
I move to adopt ordinance 2025-15 insurance license tax.
I have a motion by Young,
Second.
second by Murphy. President, any questions and comments? Any questions or comments? No questions or comments. We'll call for the vote. We'll start with District 1,
District 1 votes yes.
District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4,
Yes.
District 5.
Yes.
Motion carries. Adopt ordinance 2025-16, the occupational license. This is a public hearing. This is a public hearing. This is a public hearing. Hearing no comments, any comments? Hearing no comments, I'll go ahead and entertain a motion to adopt ordinance 2025-16, the occupational license. I entertain a motion.
To adopt ordinance 2025-16 occupation license tax.
Second.
I have a motion by Young, second by the president. Any questions or comments? We'll start with District 5,
Yes.
District 4,
Yes.
District 3,
Yes.
District 2,
Yes.
District 1.
No.
4-1, motion carries. Item number 4, adopt ordinance 2025-17, which is the chain store license tax. This is a public hearing. This is a public hearing. This is a public hearing. Any questions, comments? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion that we accept ordinance 2025-17, change store tax.
I motion by Dunn,
Second.
second by Young. Any questions or comments? Questions or comments? We'll call for the vote. We'll start with District 5.
Yes.
District 4.
Yes.
District 3.
Yes.
District 2.
Yes.
District 1.
No.
4-1, motion carries. Adopt ordinance 2025-18, the alcoholic beverage tax. This is a public hearing. This is a public hearing. This is a public hearing. Any comments, questions? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to adopt ordinance 2025-18.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to adopt ordinance 2025-18, alcoholic beverage license tax.
Motion by the President,
Second.
second by Councilmember Young. Any questions, comments? Any questions or comments? We'll start at the other end this time. We'll start with District 1,
Yes.
District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4,
Yes.
District 5.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you, colleagues. All right, we'll move on to announcements. Councilmember Collins.
All right, thank you, everyone. So I do serve as the commissioner on the CATS board and wanted to talk about that there's a new resolution that they did do a public hearing about, authorizing the levy and collection of 10.6 mills ad valorem tax on the property subject to taxation within the boundaries of the city of Baker. During the year of 2025 to provide funds to be used entirely and exclusively for the purpose of improving the availability and quality of public transportation for the city of Baker, including decreasing wait times, improving efficiency of routes, and improving signs and shelters to provide funds for operation, maintenance, and acquisition needs of the city of CATS, the Capital Area Transit System, to provide transportation. They spoke highly of Baker and the utilization of the LINKS program and how effective it was, that it is actually paying for itself because of the usability not only of students. What I explained to them is how it increases the quality of living for people and their sense of independence. It connects directly to their social, emotional well-being because it provides people with an opportunity to be where they want to be. I love the fact that the city of Baker has it. It was initially started as a pilot, and I want y'all to know that it's something that's highly regarded and something that they're planning to do across. They're making proposals for other municipalities to adopt the same pilot that the city of Baker is using because it's been so effective for our community. I explained to them I love the fact that if kids miss the bus or didn't have a ride to school, they're actually able to call LINKS and have LINKS pick them up. So it has reduced the truancy rate for our students. I love the fact that people are able to get to the doctor or get to the grocery store by themselves without leaning on the responsibility of somebody else. And kids are able to participate in more active school activities and be able to catch a safe ride home because of LINKS. So thank you for the city of Baker for having this opportunity here. I just want to report out to you about CATS and the success that they speak highly of the city of Baker about. I want to give a shout out to the Baker Market that was featured on last Saturday, some great resources. So the next time you all hear about the Baker Market being in our city, you got to make sure you get it because they had shrimp. And so I won't go on and on, but I promise you I tried to taste everything they had there. So I encourage you to go there and take advantage of that opportunity that was presented by Representative Barbara Carpenter as well as Kermit and the Southern University Ag Department. Phenomenal resources. Take advantage of it next time. We got that right here in the city of Baker. Last Saturday was the start of the football season for the Baker Junior Buffs. Make sure you support our youth in our community by going out there and watching them. We hosted the Hornets from Denham Springs. They came out here and they were right there on Jefferson Street Park. And so while we're talking about Baker Parks, we truly use them and we want them to be better and we want our money invested well. Next, call for volunteers for inclusive holiday and year-end planning and decorating to the city. I want to thank Mayor Waits for extending the opportunity for us to do something different with our decorations in the city. I realize that everybody may not celebrate the close of the year the same way, which is why we have the statement of inclusive holiday or inclusive year-end celebrations, because who knows how you might want to end the year and how you might want to decorate our city, but we would love to hear from you. We want to make sure that we have inclusive practices when we are ending the year in the city of Baker and getting ready for the new year. If you're interested in volunteering, to reach out and let me know. I look forward to working alongside you. The Rotary Club of Baker is hosting Interact Greater Baton Rouge meetings on Monday. We want to give a shout out to the City of Baker and Mayor Waits for the support of the interactors through the years. We meet right here in the back of the meeting room. It is free and open to the public for children who are in 9th to 12th grade. We provide community service opportunities, college readiness, and career readiness. I'm looking for volunteers for that. It's been going on for 11 years now. We are expanding. We have a large group of kids who are from multiple high schools, including shout out to Baker High School's representation. The City of Baker Recreation is hosting programming Monday through Friday, including pickleball, yoga, line dancing, ballroom dancing, and much, much more. So if you're someone who says, where's the happenings right here in Baker, it is right here in Baker. So make sure you go over to Alabama Street Park from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and take advantage of the resources that's readily available there. If you're someone who does these things and say, hey, I'd like to teach painting or something else, please make sure that you let them know because they like to include you in their programming. And let's take a walk in District 3. I have moved the dates from first and third Tuesdays to Thursdays because of some other obligations that the city has requested that I do. So please join me in walks. If you have resources that you have, maybe you're a business owner who wants to let people know what you're providing. Maybe you want to connect more in the city, or maybe you're somebody who just doesn't want to walk by yourself but wants somebody to walk alongside you. I welcome you to walk alongside me so we can connect to the people in our city and check on our neighbors and find out their needs. Desiree Collins, thanks so much for allowing me to serve you.
Let me ask you a question about your first comment.
Okay.
Who is the chair of CATCH now?
Right now it's Jonathan Hill.
Jonathan
Hill.
Hill, okay.
All right. Councilmember Dunn.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Councilwoman Collins. You really keeping us on our toes around here. I appreciate that, really do. On September the 11th, we did not on September 11th, but last month, I don't have the date in my head right now, please excuse me. We did a walk in the neighborhood for speed bumps, and we're going to go back on September the 11th at 6 p.m. We work in the area of North Magnolia, South Magnolia, West Magnolia, and we went a good piece. We stayed out there about 2 hours. So as a council person, it kind of like slows you down on your time because certain things people want you for to do and everything, so you got to stop and listen. So that kind of like slowed us back a little bit. But we're going to finish up over there in that area. If anybody would like to come out and support for the speed bumps. It'll be 6 p.m. We do have a lit golf court that Mr. David that carries 6 people on the golf cart that gives us a lift so we don't be, extra tired. So, but anyway, it worked it out good. And so I thank all the participants. I thank Mr. Mack that works with me diligently. I thank Kenta for always supporting me in that area as well. And also Mr. David with the food truck with his golf cart. So if anyone else would like to come out and that stays in that area, would like to come out and walk, please do. And I thank the mayor also for allowing us to do this here so that once we get it, we'll take it downtown and get all the names signed, right? That's the procedure. And then it'll come back to the city to see exactly where they can put the speed bumps if we have the funds to purchase them at that particular time, which I hope we will have the funds. We'll have to take some of that millage money. Thank you.
I love you too. District 1.
Okay, thank you so much, Mayor. Let me thank the Public Works Department and the Mayor's Office for cutting out ditches. And I had a chance to talk to Mr. Giles and the Mayor as well, and those listeners on Thomas Road, they will get to you because the boom box, that's that arm of the machine that goes into the ditches right now, we're having some problem with them. So we will get to you, Thomas Road across from Oak Glen, Trailer Park, and at Wedgwood, that we hope to get those ditches cut as well. let me also say that, and I talked to Mr. Giles about the canal, and I hope our relationship with the new mayors, as it was with previous mayors, where there are ditches in Baker, but they belong to Cities Parish. The one at Sprucewood, it seemed to be growing pretty tall there, but Mr. Giles tells me that we're aware of it and that we're working pretty well with City Parish. He's been doing it, but I know in the past, Julie McCullough and Mayor Broom worked very closely together, the Public Works Department, in terms of cutting those ditches, and I hope we can continue that relationship and get it back on track if it's off track right now. Let me congratulate Mayor, if you got any comments on that, please let us know.
On the
Okay.
ditches?
Yeah, that the city parish is responsible for, but they're in the city of Baker city limits.
I don't want to go on record
Okay,
and say,
all right.
I don't want to, but I will say this. This is what I will say, is that we do our best to do our best.
Okay, very
Okay.
good. And I know budgets are tight, so
No,
that's
it's
good.
not about the budgets, because if you start doing stuff, then they'll stop doing it.
Okay.
And you can talk to Council Member Collins about the football field. Okay?
I didn't
With
realize
who
that
cuts
we
the
had-
football field? Because when you start doing stuff, then they'll stop doing stuff. So
Okay.
we're going to do our best to do our best.
Okay, very good. And let's congratulate the Magnolia Run founders, Mr. and Mrs. Georgetown's daughter. She had a very nice article in the August 19th issue of the Advocate, and they'll be coming up with their autism conference real short, fairly soon, Mrs. Georgetown was telling me. But there was a nice article that was in the Advocate on the 19th about their efforts. And that's what I call a top-shelf organization. It's not often many people who have problems either or concerns with their kids or with themselves who start an organization like the MAD people and other organizations. That requires a lot of time and lots of effort. So kudos to her for Magnolia Run. That's a top-shelf effort on her part. Mayor and I talked to a law enforcement official. I got a call last evening, 9 o'clock in the evening. I was talking to one of my constituents about Levy. Speeding on Levy Lane, I have a law enforcement officer here, so I know that my connection with the police department is solid and that they will do something about speeding there. He promised me that he will. Park a car there or something, because I'm just shocked, and my constituents are shocked that people run so fast on a road that's being constructed. Dusty, it's kind of like going across a railroad track, he said, but he saw trucks and cars going too fast on that road, especially from roughly Morvant to 19, where they are still working, but they, so you're right, Mayor, when they get that completed, it's going to be Indianapolis 500 if we don't be careful out there. They run that fast now. And let me lastly thank, next to lastly, thank Senator Barrow, as you pointed out, that she was able to get some legislative money for our baseball tournament field, and that was in the flyer that I got from her in terms of her legislative achievements, and I was so pleased to see that, Mayor, and that we got that funding for one of your pet projects, as some would say, and mine as well, to get our youth and all of my colleagues' youth involved in places for them. And lastly, please join me on the third Saturday for the litter pickup. We still go out there. We love to see you out there. If you don't have a grabber, you can check them out from the library and put on some really items of clothing that they can see you out there. Miss Pat, I give her a shout out often, not necessarily from this venue, but when I talk to people about individuals who take of their time and pick up litter and trash, it troubles me when I see people throwing stuff out of their windows, and you can turn them in, get their license number, and turn them in, and they'll probably give them a ticket for that. So that's all that I have. But join me any day. I go out every third Saturday and pick up litter, and more often than I should. And that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you, and colleagues.
Go ahead, sir.
I want to end with a little humor. Councilwoman Dunn was talking about us being on our toes, but last night when I was out riding my bike, marking street lights, she was on her toes. She was marking, no, she was eating yogurt. She was getting yogurt. But I just want to thank, for a laugh. I want to thank the mayor for the LED lights that he put in, and I asked the public to be patient with the lights. They're going to get to you, but they do have on the Mayor Street. They do have on the Mayor Street. They have one light, one LED light on that street. So don't y'all go riding down the Mayor Street to see who that light is, but they do. And also, I would like for the public on a serious note too, because I got the council clerk is looking into it. It used to be a lot of you all have dark, real dark backyards that your backlight won't even light it up. You can purchase a security light through energy. It used to be $1 and something more for your bill, maybe $2 or $3 now. But the next council meeting, I will let you know what that is, because some of y'all may need to do that, because it's real unsafe the way it's looked in your backyard. Thank you.
You got anything? No. So he stole my thing again. He got it again. I was trying to come back with the LED lights. We got Dr. Mason standing back there, so he done told it. Come on up, Doc. You can do it from back there. Just talk a little bit about the LED program and where we are right now, real quick, and then we'll go from there. And then I'll close it up so we can get out of here.
You want to tell us who that one light is on the Mayor Street?
That's not LED light. That's the only light I got.
So I just want to say that the mayor has an initiative to replace all of the lighting inside the city limits of Baker, to transition it from the old incandescent or whatever the type of those are, all to LED lights. We have finished, I think, 3 phases with DEMCO, and we are finishing right now the 3rd phase with Entergy. We have a mixture of lights within the city, some for no apparent reason with one company or the other. So what we have done is mapped out certain areas and piece by piece to complete the whole city. What we have in progress right now, the 3rd phase with Entergy, they are not completely finished, so that might explain the one light on that street maybe. I don't know. But in conjunction with
Cardinal House is on. Cardinal House is on.
In conjunction with code enforcement, our code enforcement officer that marks the light outages has been working very closely with Entergy to go throughout the entire city and map out their various areas. The last phase that we have in progress right now is with Entergy, and we have done a large portion, everything north of Groom Road across the track. They did that section, and they did some other designated sections on the east side as well, off of Levy Lane. So we are right now making sure that we have that completed. I think that that particular phase was almost 200 individual lights, and we are now in design phase with DEMCO to complete the areas that they have covered, and from there we will finish the rest. So we're making steady progress. One company I think is maybe a bit slower than others because there are just multiple steps that I never imagined involved in getting it designed and getting it invoiced, getting it, you have to request an invoice. That's not the invoice you pay. That's just the request for the invoice to pay. So lots of steps, but we're steadily making progress, and hopefully by the end of the year, for sure, we should be completed.
Okay, so, Dr. Vincent real quiet, because, you know, he was first.
Yeah.
Proper terrace was first, so
Thank you.
we're not charging anybody for that. Okay, so, can I see that on social media, that those lights and the people that came before me, that those lights, that the citizens don't pay for that, okay? And it's not free. We're not giving it to us for free. It's called managing well and doing the things that needs to be done. The other thing that I want to hit on real quick is the Buffalo Festival that's coming up on the 18th, 19th, and the 20th. And we want to do something a little different this year. With the vendors, we want to do sort of like a pop-up shop on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. In other words, on Thursday, you should be set up. We're going to invite everybody to come to lunch, buy food, shop in the park on those 3 days, like a pop-up shop, and to just get it out there. This is a family event, and I will say it on the record that we do not play in Baker. And please don't come here with that, because you'll wake up in the parish on Monday morning. And so we want to be clear about that, but this is a family event. We're going to have a good time. We have some of the best bands you can think of coming here. And Thursday night is educational night with all the schools coming together, all the Baker schools coming together. And hopefully we can get that. So we will want to see the same people that's in this room here in those at those locations when we got things going on. It's amazing how we have a group of people who come to the council meeting, but when we have events, we can't get them to come and support these events. A lot of smart people in this room, and we need those smart people to go out so we can do things better there. So don't forget about the Buffalo Festival. That's coming up. And we're doing the pageant this year. They're working on the pageant. I think that is on the 13th of September to be out to do that. I see one of my contractors in the room, Mr. Johnson in the back. This building right here, painted the building, the whole building. I think he did the roof too. A good job. Can't take all the credit for it, because my former council lady was saying we need to paint the place, and we did. And she's sitting in the back there. Let's give him a big round of applause for doing it. A lot of people come and say that. So look, you guys. We got one more item that we need to take care of.
You didn't do the condemnation?
I'm headed that way right now. Okay. Headed that way right now. All right, so we have a condemnation list in the back, and this is from the clearance program that we did a couple of years back. So Dr. Vincent, let me find the resolution. We put the resolution in here, right, Ash? The resolution was adopted and forwarded with the grant on 5/14/24. And I don't know whether did we pass that out to everybody? But Dr. Vincent, you approved it, Councilmember Young approved it, and Councilmember Dunn, y'all approved that clearance. So the clearance was to give us money to tear down the houses in the city that need to be tore down. Y'all remember that?
Yes.
Way back. So we finally got that grant done.
Beautiful.
Okay, that grant is done. We going to RFP to demolish those properties on the 9th of September. Okay. We've already sent letters out to those people. And so we're going to send more letters out. So what this does is we don't incur costs to tear this down, to tear these properties down. So let's go over the property addresses before we call for the vote and get out of here. We only have 15 minutes. 2610 Chamberlain Avenue. 1730, might want to write it down. It's on your agenda.
They are.
1730 Clark Street. 1752 Clark Street. 2165 Chamberlain Avenue. 2845 Groom Road.
Yes.
1637 Robertson Street, 1936 Chamberlain Avenue, 1806 Chamberlain Avenue, 1920 Florida Avenue, and the one on 1905 Alabama Street, the lady called. So I gave her 6 months, and we took, her name comes off. Now, that is the list of properties that are in that clearance, okay? So what I need from you guys tonight is a vote, and Madam Attorney, can we do every one, can we do it all together?
You
Or
can do it in Globo.
we can do it in Globo. Globo means that we can do it all together.
If there's a motion and there's no opposition, you can do it in Globo.
Okay, there's a motion and no opposition. So um, what we're asking you guys to do is to vote to demo these properties according to the grant that has already been approved. Okay, that's what we're doing here. Everybody got that? Any questions from that? Any questions from the audience? Go ahead, Mike.
2845, I have tried and tried to reach them. You've had no success as well.
We're gonna get it towed down, Mike. That's good.
I'm tired of it.
All right,
I have
thank you.
reached out to them so much they didn't respond.
That's right. So we on the same page. Me and you on the same page with this.
What we're trying to do, I try to give them grace. I really do.
Well,
But-
y'all gave me a break because I know it was up there before and I've been reaching out to them.
Right, so we're trying to do that. So, any more questions, any more comments on this? So,
Mayor, are you including number 10?
number 10 is
No.
not there. So what we did is we gave the lady, 6 months grace. She called me and I talked to her. And they laughing because I got weak with the lady. But anyway, I gave the lady 6 months, okay? So she said she wants to fix her house and that's fine. All right, so can I entertain a, huh? Can I entertain a motion to go ahead and demolish items 1 through 9?
I make a motion that we demolish one, on the condemnation list, items 1 through 9.
Okay.
Excluding 10 and
Okay.
1905 Alabama Street.
Yes.
You want to say it like that?
So I have a
She has 6 months to, make an adjustment to her house.
right, and then we'll come back. We'll have to tear that one down ourselves because this can't be part of the clearance because we're going to miss the RFP. Only the ones that y'all vote for today, 1 through 9, is the ones that will be tore down. So we have a motion by Councilmember Dunn.
Second.
Have a second by the President. Any questions? Any questions? Hold on. Any questions? Any questions or comments?
And we've gone through I know we have the notification, the certified letters, and given them every opportunity as we have ever since I've been on this body.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So, all right. All right, so we got a motion and a second. We're going to have to call for the vote. We don't have any opposition, so we can do it all 1 through 9. That's in the motion. No questions, no comments. All right, we'll start with the vote. Start at District 1,
District 1 votes yes.
District 2,
Votes yes.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4,
Yes.
District 5. Yes. Motion carries. Okay. We're still going to send out one more letters before September the 9th just to make sure, and we'll let y'all know. So that's all we have on this agenda. Unless anybody have anything else on the agenda from this group right here that you want to go, we don't have anything else.
Okay, let me ask you this question about the appointment to a board. I got that communications about the Civil Service Board member, and I think the chairman is going to select from a list. Do we get a chance to look at that list, or will it come back?
That is for the Fire and Civil Service Board.
That's right.
Yeah, talk to your president of the council. I don't have anything to do with that at all.
Okay.
That's for y'all to work it out together.
Okay.
All right.
I think they're gonna send you a list from the reading in your email.
Yeah.
So I know y'all are surprised because I say reading in the email, okay?
You on top.
Yeah.
Jesus is good. So can I get a motion? Can I get, yeah, that's it. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
I move to adjourn.
We have a motion and a second. Motion by Dunn, second by Collins. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Ayes have it. All right, let's move on and keep it moving. Board of Commissioners, Hillcrest Memorial Garden. I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes from the previous meeting.
Second.
We have a motion by Waite, second by Murphy. All those in favor say aye. We do not have a report, but we will have a report next month. We will have a report next month. I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
Second by Gunn, motion by Waite, second by Gunn. All those in favor say aye. All right, I'll make a motion that Baker Consolidated Utilities Commission call to order. I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes from the previous meeting.
Second.
Second by Murphy. Any questions, comments with this? All right, all those in favor say aye. Ayes have it. We don't have a report. We will have a report on the next meeting. We will have a report on the next meeting. I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
Second by Dunn. Any questions, any comments? All those in favor say aye. Ayes have it. Y'all have a great evening.
Labor Day weekend. Yes. Be safe.
Oh, yeah, y'all have a good weekend.
Mike?
Look.
So, Dr. Vince, I don't know about money for a baseball field.
Okay, but it says tournament.
Know what she wanted to put on.